Hello viewers, my name is Amethyst Dragon, and today we're doing a video about the well-known game Cookie Run Kingdom. Basically, at some point I was playing through the story levels and saw that the enemies in every level all had names and designs that, while not the most interesting I've ever seen, definitely had some potential. So I decided to turn some of them into my own Cookie Run characters. Keep in mind that while I haven't seen this done before, I'm like 100% certain it has been. Like, there's no way this is an original idea, right? Like, somebody's probably done this before. Although I think the ones that I picked were probably obscure enough that uh, I think this is mostly original. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's my own take on these enemies after all. Today I'll be doing two cookie designs. Both of them are going to be what I would consider to be epic rarity, I suppose, based on the complexity of their designs. But let me know what you think in the comments. Both of the cookies that we're doing today are based off of enemies from World 7 in the Crispia storyline. Starting off with this little freak, Cloud Yogurt Clyone. Listen, I looked up how to pronounce this word, and the only thing I could find was a Reddit post that said it was pronounced Clyone, so if that's wrong, I sincerely apologize. I didn't even know what this was before I looked it up for this video, so apparently, Clyone is just the genus of, like, sea angels and stuff, so that's pretty neat. I like sea angels, I think they're cute. So, we're gonna make a cookie out of this one, because I thought it was a cute little thing. So recently I found that actually using my sketchbook and sketching out these designs for videos before I actually start drawing them in Procreate actually helps me a lot in my creative process. I really recommend it. And obviously this isn't anything groundbreaking. A lot of people do this, but it does actually really help to just think things out with a pencil before you go in with the stylus, you know what I mean? Anyhow, now that I already have my design pretty well planned out on paper, I can use that as a reference image to sketch her out in Procreate, and it takes me like half the time, which is really nice because I take a long time to draw. Going into the cream aspect of her design, I gave her these little cream puffs on her feet and the little sea angel wings around her waist instead of on her back because I thought that would be a little better for her silhouette. And I didn't want her to actually be able to fly with her wings, you know, because they're not actually wings. But I do think she can still fly by using like cloud magic. And she has like cloud yogurt Cleone cookie or whatever. Cleone? I'm never gonna get that right. Anyway, I kept her glowy blue teal eyes like in the original design. I kept her little things on her head, of course, and I gave her this knight princess medieval fantasy aesthetic, mostly because I wanted to give her a cone princess hat. Because, you know, that's just, you know, not original, but it's cute. I think she's really into like fairy tales and stuff, and she just dresses like that because she wants to, and nobody can stop her. I gave them like this little satchel thing because I see them as sort of like a male person. I mean, like, you have like the cloud stuff, like the cloud magic. I can imagine her, you know, jumping from cloud to cloud that she's like creating. And I also think that ties in with like, I don't know, like Hermes and like all that messenger male stuff. So I think her job by day is that she's a male person, and then at night she's part of like a rescue team. This idea that I came up with. I'm referencing this little flower that was in the back of one of the levels to put on her outfit, sort of like as a symbol of like a rescue society or something. I don't really understand my own idea here, but kind of what I wanted to go for was that she's at night she like goes out is part of this organization, and her specialty is like rescuing people in like towers, sort of like Rapunzel or whatever, but she's the one rescuing people. I thought that would be cute because she has her cloud thing and she can like fly or whatever. So she's the one who's doing all the rescues that involve needing to scale like a large building. And that's how she meets the second character I'm going to be drawing, who you'll see in a little bit. I kept the inside, the purple blue color, and the outside of her skin as like the white, or I guess dough, I don't know, Cookie Run Kingdom terminology. Because I thought that was cute. It's like a jelly filling sort of idea, I suppose. And of course, it ties back to, what a sea angel looks like. And she has these little, like arm things. I don't know what to call this. With like the ruffles that I totally just stole and recolored from Pinterest. And she has these little bows all over her design because, I thought they were cute. And I gave her a zipper on her, on like her shirt thing underneath her corset thing because I thought that'd be a great way to actualize that she's not actually from a medieval society. She just dresses like that for fun. She's very like outgoing about her interests and all of that. I think people are off put by how obsessive she is over some of the things she likes, but she means well, and she really does genuinely like helping people, even if she does have a bit of a heroic knight in shining armor complex over it. She also carries a fairy tale book inside of her satchel 24/7. And of course, she prefers to go by CYC or CC instead of Cloud Yogurt Clayone Cookie. Oh my god, I'm never gonna get that right. Because obviously her name is super long, similarly to the next character. Yeah, I drew a little sketch in the bottom left corner of her using her cloud thing. I also decided to make her a support cookie because I didn't really know what else to make her. And she just has that vibe, I guess. And she's also a front cookie. Her ability would have something to do with her cloud stuff and flying, but I honestly have no idea what it would actually do. So, maybe if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And now, on to the next one. Our next candidate is the Night Sky Angler enemy. So when I was designing this character, I decided I actually wanted to do a male character, which is different for me because I am really bad at drawing male characters that actually look like male characters. So I decided to give a go at it with the caveat that I was gonna draw him as like a little boy type of character instead of like a teenager or an adult. Because I thought it would be cute to maybe give Cece, I'm gonna call her Cece because I really cannot say Clayone every time. I just can't do it. Uh, so I thought it would be really cute to give Cece like a little brother kind of character. And I decided that he was going to be like adopted. Basically, on one of Cece's first rescue missions, she ends up rescuing him from being locked up in a tower because his like species of cookie, like angler cookies, are super rare or something because they only live in the deep ocean, and he was sort of being kept as like a commodity in like a weird circus freak show kind of way. Basically, after being rescued, he decides to stay with Cece and her family since he doesn't really have anywhere to go back to since they can't exactly go into the deep ocean with him to find his family, and he has like no idea where they are, so it's safer for him to just be adopted instead. He does share some similarities with his sister though, namely the glowing blue eyes. I think they're very close, and he doesn't really know many other people, so he latches on very quick to her and to his new family. He doesn't get out of the house very much because he's introverted and doesn't like talking to people. He's extremely shy, and he also has like extreme light sensitivity, so whenever he goes out in broad daylight, he has to wear sunglasses 24/7. Um, so it becomes the issue of you can't see his face really, so people think he's kind of scary, but he's actually just really sweet and shy. I also gave him fins instead of arms because I thought that would further help differentiate him from most cookies. I just wanted him to be kind of like an outcast where people judge him for no reason just because he's like from the deep ocean or whatever, and he's like a fish person, which we'll get more into later. But he's actually just a little guy, like, why are you being so mean to him? He's just a little guy. I'd also like to mention I did this little fishbone design on his socks, and and I'm kind of proud of that, how that came out, even if it isn't entirely accurate. I did like a dappled water pattern underneath it as well. Anyway, here I am going in with another sketch because we're doing his second form. Yeah, he has two. Crazy. Did you know that? Bet you didn't see that coming. No, you totally saw that coming. Anyway, yeah, because he's a deep sea creature, obviously, I had to give him like a mermaid form because, of course, yes. So, I did like the skeletal thing where have the bones showing through because I saw like the gills on the Night Sky Angler design that are kind of like glowing and white, and I was like, you know what, this kind of looks like a rib cage type of thing, so then I just went with like the bone motif because I thought that'd be really fun. Obviously, I'm lazy, so I kept pretty much all of his upper half completely the same, just changing the position of his torso and his fins, but otherwise they're completely identical to before. On his tail, I had some like cream accent parts, like his fins are obviously little cream puffs, because duh. And I had some more on like the upper part of the tail as well, as some like spiky fin stuff on like the end of the tail there. There's a part of his like the skeletal structure that's sticking out of the end of the tail, which was intentional because I wanted to have it sort of poking out of the end there. I put another one of the little stars at the end of his tail as well with some fun glowing effects. Here I am doing the skeleton of the tail, and I tried a different approach this time by instead filling all the areas with white before doing the outline, which I did underneath of the white for a change. I thought this would just give an interesting effect, and I really like how it came out. I did it all in green first so I'd be able to see it against the purple sketch, and then afterwards I used a clipping mask to change the color of it to a gradient from a cooler, a more purplish blue to a very bright green teal. I then also did that on the bones themselves, but made it like a shade underneath everything, just to add some more color. The idea is that he goes into this form either when he's fully submerged in water or in complete darkness. When it's dark enough, he automatically transforms in this form as well, and when he's in this form, he can swim through the air as if it is water because I wanted him to have more night sky aspects, so I figure he should be able to swim through the night sky, right? I decided to make him a rare cookie and also to make him a magic cookie because I think his ability would have something to do with his powers, maybe being able to shroud enemies in darkness or something. And with that, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you liked my silly little designs, and I'll see you next time.